DiSC, a brief overview, a production of UA Currents. In this video, I'll be giving you a brief history of the DiSC assessment, orienting you to your DiSC profile, and looking at how understanding your own and others' profiles can assist you in becoming a more effective leader. First, a little history. Does anyone know what the DiSC, the polygraph test, and Wonder Woman have in common? Give up? The answer is William Moulton Marston, also known by his pen name Charles Moulton. Marston developed a key component measuring systolic blood pressure, which was later used in the polygraph that is still used today. He was a champion of women's issues of the time and created the character that eventually became known as Wonder Woman. Finally, he developed DiSC theory, the theory upon which the assessment that you each took is based. Let's look more closely at the development of the DiSC assessment. Marston wrote the book, The Emotions of Normal People, which outlines the 4 characters of DiSC theory. Walter Clark used these as a basis for an assessment he developed. John Geyer further refined the assessment, and finally Inscape Publishing took this work and developed the assessment as it exists today. Now let's look at some practical applications for this tool. Let me introduce you to the members of my team. Meet David. He is a high D. He is direct, decisive. He has high ego strength. He's a problem solver, a risk taker, a self-starter. He shapes his environment by overcoming opposition to accomplish results. His strengths are that he's a bottom-line organizer, places value on time, challenges the status quo, and is innovative. Some of his limitations are his lack of concern for others, his impatience, and his insensitivity. Inez is a high I. She is enthusiastic, trusting, optimistic, persuasive, talkative, impulsive, and emotional. She shapes her environment by influencing or persuading others. Her strengths are that she's a creative problem solver, a great encourager, she has a positive sense of humor, and she's good at negotiating conflicts. Her limitations are that sometimes she's more concerned with popularity than with tangible results, and she can be inattentive to detail at times. Sally is a high S. She's a good listener, a team player. She's steady and predictable, understanding, friendly. She cooperates with others within existing circumstances to carry out a task. Her strengths are that she's reliable and dependable. She's a good listener. She's patient and empathetic. And she's good at reconciling conflicts. Her limitations are that sometimes she resists change, she can be sensitive to criticism, and at times has difficulty establishing priorities. Carl is a high C. I'd describe him as accurate, analytical, conscientious, careful, a fact finder who has high standards and is systematic. He works conscientiously within the existing circumstances to ensure quality and accuracy. His strengths are that he's conscientious and even-tempered, thorough in all of his activities. He gathers, criticizes, and tests information well. His limitations are that sometimes he gets bogged down in details, he prefers not to verbalize his feelings, and he can at times be overly critical. They each bring different things to the table. So what do I do with all of this information, and what does this have to do with leadership? As a leader, my role is to craft a vision, build alignment, and champion execution. Communicating effectively requires that I understand myself and others. Let's turn to our own profiles for a bit. My dots tells a story about me. First, it says that my DiSC style is S, and since it's between the outer edge and the center of the circle, it says that I'm moderately inclined toward the S style. Pause the video now and look at pages 3 and 4 of your own profile. My shading is also important. It identifies what are referred to as priorities, or where I tend to focus my energies. I have 3 priorities. You may have up to 5. Pause the video and read page 5 of your report. The next part of the report helps clarify strengths and tips for improvement related to my style and the 3 steps of leadership. For example, from mine, I learned that I have strengths that will help me in creating a vision and including others in that process, but that I may need to work on developing planning skills and on communicating a rationale to others rather than going on intuition alone. Pause the video here and explore pages 7 through 23 in your profile. Notice the spaces at the bottom of pages 21, 22, and 23. Take a minute to answer those questions. Let's go back to our team. They happen to represent each of the DiSC styles: dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. So how might I respond to each of their styles? David is a D. With him, I can be brief, direct, and to the point, ask what questions rather than why and how questions, and highlight the logical benefits of any suggested ideas. Inez is an I. To keep her engaged, I can build a friendly environment, share testimonials from others relating to proposed ideas, and allow time for stimulating sociable activities. Sally is an S, so that may come more naturally for me. It might be helpful to her if I express genuine personal interest in her, present change in a non-threatening way, and clearly define procedures and her role in the overall plan. Carl is a C. I'll need to work on my ability to delineate the pros and cons of proposed ideas, support ideas and statements with accurate data, and disagree with the facts rather than disagreeing with Carl personally. I hope that by adapting and adjusting my style to recognize that we are all different, I can provide the foundation for everyone to remain engaged toward our shared vision. Let's do it.